Hi, welcome back to Self Discovery Support. Okay, so today we're doing a pick a card, and it's going to be focused on how am I doing in my life path. So, on your life's journey, where are you now? How are you doing? And we have three piles, three options here: the moth, the monkey, the dragon. So, take a little bit of time and figure out which one you're drawn to, which one appeals to you, which one you feel a calling to, and then we'll get into it. Again, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. I'm like stuttering because it's midsummer in the Caribbean and it's so hot, but I'm gonna getting these readings out. So let's think about life paths now. And I'm sure at some point my cat's gonna come interrupt, as she likes to do whenever I start readings. Alright, so here's your moment. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the moth. If you chose the moth group, I want to say to you all, this reading is meant for guidance, clarity, and if it doesn't resonate with you, of course, don't take it to heart. The only thing that controls anything is you and the work and energy you put into things. All right? Okay, so the moth group actually had quite a lot of cards. Okay, so I think this is yours, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got like double cards for most of the things. So we have from the Legendary Ladies Oracle, we have Hecate and Hell, Rebirth and Magic. Let's put that up further. Then we have in your affirmation cards, I am grateful for the small things and wonders in my life. And I stand up for what I believe in. Right, and then we also have the Discovery card, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. It's number 9. Let me put my I just put my phone on vibrate. Yeah, okay. So far, what do we have? I feel you guys who chose the moth, you're at a very powerful point in life. I feel this is a group that's going through transformation and is actually coming out on the other side. So you're the group that you're not at the worst part. You know, when you go through awakenings or transformations, it's always super difficult, but when you ride it through long enough, there's that sunlight that comes. You start to see your life changing in ways that you never imagined. And so that's what I'm seeing here. You guys are seeing the sunlight here to the point where you're seeing a kind of alchemy happening in your life. You're feeling like you're able to get the things done that you want done. And definite rebirth energy, transformation energy. The moth is always associated with transformation and just going through things that... Yeah, okay, that's better. Going through things that... are going to bring out a kind of truth in you, a kind of honesty for who you are. And what I'm seeing is that you have come through where I feel like you're emerging with a very a spirit where you're thankful for the changes you've undergone. And actually now you're at the point where I feel like you're being called to the purpose that you have in life. And I feel like that purpose is going to actually bring you into a kind of world stage in a way. Not like a celebrity, but the work you're going to be called to do is, or is actually calling you now, is the work that is going to take you on travels. It could be like new adventures in politics. It could be you moving from wherever you are. So if let's say you studied in one country, your home country, the work that you are being called to might bring you to somewhere that you never imagined that you would live. Yeah. And I love the fact that both of these energies it's almost someone who is able to create that magic in their life, someone who is able to, it's like when a butterfly enters a cocoon, right? And then they emerge like this, a caterpillar enters a cocoon and they emerge this majestic thing. But for you as a moth, it's like you're not quite the butterfly. You're something unique. You are like, because sometimes the butterfly can be a little bit all glamour, right? But you have definitely come through something and you have your own particular pattern, your own path now that you're kind of charting. And there's a great beauty within that. And I think you're able to see that for yourself as well. All right, so I'm going to get some tarot. I'm going to do like a past, present, future just to see what was happening and where you are now. Okay. All right, so for the moth group, let's do a past. Okay, we have 2 for you. I feel like there's a lot of energy pouring out of you guys, or you feel around you this energy, because every time I shuffle for one card, there's like 2 cards that come out. All right, so we have the 3 of clubs and the 9 of diamonds, the hermit. Let's do the present. Look at that, the death card, the 4 of spades. No, actually, people get scared when they see the death card, but I think it's actually a good thing to see that, particularly based on what we've been saying, where there's changes that are happening and it's going to take you to a bigger platform. Ace of clubs and the strength card, okay? And let's see future. All right, okay, yeah. Let's get another. Okay, we got two more. Jack of hearts and king of clubs. Gosh, guys, 7 of clubs. This is like powerful energy. This is like in the tarot, this is magician energy and emperor energy, but I wouldn't say emperor yet. You're in that alchemizing stage, if that's a word. And here's our magician right here. This deck in particular combines cards, and so for you have the magician here and the king of clubs, which is the king of wands. So yeah, there's so much here about magic, and you yourself, it's like a magical time, or a time where you're attracting in just by, I think, the passage that you've gone through, the path you've gone through, the pathway is attracting that. In the past, I do see that maybe you imagined like what your life would be like, and there was a lot of kind of thought about like internal reflection, like where do I want to go? I almost feel like a lost feeling in a way, like, or there's something that is huge that you want to achieve, but you can't seem to achieve it, or you haven't, and then therefore you're like, okay, what do I do? Is this the path I want to go down? So there was a little bit of making sure that you knew for yourself what was right, and maybe some confusion, right? Maybe just you making sure that, I think maybe because you're quite a talented person, I'm seeing that, because we don't get that confused if we don't have options, right? But I do see that maybe in the past, maybe there was some self-worth issues, maybe with people around. Like, you are changing, right? You're changing from someone that felt less than, even if you didn't show it. Like, yes, of course, everybody looks at you and thinks, yes, you're beautiful. Like, what are you talking about? But, or you're super talented, but you didn't quite believe it. And so it was difficult for you to kind of move ahead. But I do see that you've gone through whatever process that is, maybe an awakening process, a healing journey. And now I feel like the thing is that you're standing up for yourself in ways that you probably never did before. I feel like you're willing to come up against whoever it is, and maybe there's a person or a set of people in particular that you're having to kind of maybe you've butt heads with this people or this person a lot. Currently though, I see that you're gathering a lot of energy to make these changes. I think I talked about healing journey. This is like here after this process of like, I don't feel quite good enough about myself. Maybe you didn't feel independent. Maybe you didn't feel like you had the resources to get done what you needed to get done. But here I do see that, there is you, almost like you lighting the match that's gonna start the fire that's gonna burn everything down, like in your life, and then you get to kind of rebuild it in the way you want. What I see coming up for you in the future is just honest clarity, just truth, authenticity. Like, you know where you're going. You're not afraid now to say who and what you are, where you're going. Almost like the person in the past who you were couldn't have imagined that you were going in that direction. There's a lot of a lot of passion, a lot of intense energy, a lot of feeling like I can do this. We did have Sagittarius here, so you could be a fire sign or one of the signs ruled by Mercury, so like Gemini and Virgo. Yeah, and we do have Strength here and the Magician and the King of Wands, so that's confirming like fire sign energy. And we have Virgo with the Hermit. We do have Gemini and Leo energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and we have Scorpio here. Yeah. Okay, so where are things going for you? I wanted to get just pick up some of these cards and look. So I'm grateful for the small things and wonders in my life. I think you've started to see changes recently. I think maybe when you dreamed about things, it was like a big change, but you're seeing a kind of residual flow into your life, a trickle in a way, which is about to become like a dam bursting, but is something that you have done. It's not like, you're sitting waiting on that. You somehow attracted these things to you. So we often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. Okay, so there may be things that you're looking at that you didn't quite see as a blessing before. Courage is very important, like a muscle. It is strengthened by use. So yeah, I do feel like you have reached out. You've reached out for what you want, and there's something in particular that you're needing to kind of stand up for. That's that same energy, defending what my heart wants, what my desires are. I want to find out about that. Right under that is the Ace of Cups. And so that could be, this could be about like new starts, but it could also be about self-love. I want to find out more about, with the Jack of Hearts, there's a kind of, and the King of Clubs, there's a kind of expression here also of a truth. maybe for you, you're creating, I feel like you're creating the reality that you want in your life, because you're now at this clarity point. You've gained self-worth, you've gone through the journey, you come out the other side, or you're seeing that sunrise, right, as you're wondering. But the thing here is about an expression of love, some truth being spoken. Is it knowing that, okay, I feel this strong energy towards someone? All right, tell us more about these this King of Wands, Magician. What is being manifested here? Okay. All right, King of Swords, the Emperor, and the Chariot. Yeah, I feel like Moth group, you are planning something to do with taking serious actions in your life, which are going to put you in a very different bracket. Definitely monetarily as well, but I feel like that's giving you the confidence as well to, in romantic situations, to reach out to that partner that you want to achieve, if you've met them yet or not, the partner that you see by your side. Yeah, I feel like this group, maybe 3 years from now, you're going to look at your life, or you're going to look back and say, I can't believe all of this happened to me. I can't believe I made all of this happen. So it does seem for you guys that the future seems quite bright, quite directed by yourself. Yeah, I feel like you're planning, like you're in a planning phase. When you have the Seven of Swords with the Emperor and the King of Swords, like this is someone who is making firm decisions, is clear where they're going. And that's just what's happening. Like, I am tearing everything down and I'm building it from scratch. This person that was me, that you knew, this is what you're kind of saying to the world. This is going to be very different. So let's get a last advice, last actions here for you. Okay, you have the whole Swords suit coming out here. A lot of communicative, decisive, active energy. I feel like the advice for you is to be honest, speak your truth. Whatever you have been curious about, it's time to just like head on, face that. There's no pondering. No, it's that you've been through that process, right? You spent a lot of time in the past thinking, overthinking, consulting your guides, moving to where you want to be, and you've done some of that healing work. You've gathered the energy. You put yourself through a process here, and I do feel like the time is now. So this is your life path progress, Moth group. Big transformations coming, but you should be congratulated for what you have come through. So thank you, and if you enjoyed this, if this resonated, do let me know what's happening for you, and do subscribe, comment, like, and I will see you back on another video. Okay, take care. Okay, welcome back to group 2, and if you chose the monkey, this is going to be your reading. Just to say beforehand, take what is here only if it resonates with you, and this reading is meant for information, clarity, and guidance, and you always have the choice to shape your destiny. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so let's get your cards. Monkey, we have Hathor from the Legendary Ladies. Is it an Oracle deck? Yeah, an Oracle deck. And we have from your affirmations, I am becoming more confident and stronger each day. And then we have the number 11 card, Mars in Aquarius, Rebellion. Okay, so let's put these here. All right, and then we're gonna go in with tarot a little bit later, but let's just talk about what we have here. So, you know, the monkey energy is one that is quite playful. It's the monkey at this point is out to kind of explore their horizons, explore their environment. The monkey is not feeling like they want to be bogged down with things that have been heavy. You are more playful, more spirited, and curious about your surroundings. And I feel like it's time, something is calling you now to just take a lighthearted approach and almost like rising above anything else that's around. But I feel like this is calling in a very independent spirit. You know, we have the Mars in Aquarius. Aquarius is known for its like independence and its curiosity and its thought. But there is like some with Mars, there is some kind of disruption here or conflict that you're wanting to approach with a very kind of with a sharp mind, is what I would say. A kind of the wit that you have, the curiosity. The monkey is also known for its wit, right? Its cleverness. And so you're figuring things out in a way which really relies on the best of who you are. Hathor, that joy energy also is like you're saying to yourself, like, I want to move to joy. Like I don't want to be bogged down. I want to have that kind of cheerfulness, that optimistic approach to life now, to my life. And it says, I'm becoming more confident and stronger each day. And we do see that sun, so like there's an optimism. You know, you could be in this group, you guys could be in I feel like maybe you're in a country that's experiencing summer right now, the way that I am in the Caribbean. Or you are also at a point where maybe, I don't know, I feel like there is like, you're from a place where there's a warmth at this moment. So it's like maybe festivities is what I'm hearing, like there is some kind of festivities. And there is also a kind of approach that you're taking to something that has not been quite easy in your life. Like you're pushing back, you're understanding more who you are, what you want to achieve. And I think it's more about like the attitude that you're planning to take. You're just like, I'm not giving away energy to anything that's difficult. And the way I can do this is really just to overcome. Like my environment might be quite gloomy or bogged down, or there are people that okay, we have our cars going again. All right, so yeah, there are people that may not necessarily see things the way I do, or understand about like vibrations and raising that. Or there are people that don't allow me to sit in this joyful state, this playful state. But that's actually where I'm going to be. That's where you can find me, is in a state of joy and sunshine. All right, so I want to find out more about what this thing is that you're rebelling against is. Okay, so we have the Judgment card and the Ten of Spades. Yeah, I feel like what is happening here is that you are you're breaking away from a group of people. You're breaking away from, could be quite close to you, like a family. Yeah, I feel like you've thought long and hard about this, and you're just going through a process of, I feel like things need to end so I can have new starts in my life. And that may be the thing that you're quite excited about, is the ability to move on from a state of being. Okay, so and for you guys, it could be to do with work, or you could be a crafts person of some kind, a designer, an artist, a creative, and maybe that is also bringing you joy, and maybe the things, the projects that you're working on are allowing you to break out of the mold that you felt yourself stuck in as well. And also this is creating some kind of new wealth for you, and so that could be bringing in joy, that could be bringing in a kind of happiness. 8 tells us about abundance. 10 tells us about completion and then moving on to have new starts. So you totally could be the group that's kind of breaking molds in your career field as well, and almost like innovating, I want to say. It's a lot of joy energy. I just saw the Jack of Hearts. So it's almost like a connection. I think you feel it in your soul, is what I want to say. All right, so we're going to do a past, present, future with the tarot now, and get some more information. Okay, so we have a look at what is happening for you. I hope that's all on screen. I don't know, my cards always tend to like fall off screen. Yeah, okay. So I feel like in the past there's a situation that you kind of went for, you went headlong into. It's maybe a social situation, or a dynamic where you met people, or they're kind of collaborations that you formed, or you wanted to be joyous in that way. So I feel like this is a real part of your personality. We do have the 2 of Hearts, so this could also be talking about a love situation that you kind of just fell into, and I feel like at the present this thing is turning out to be just the thing, because it's giving to you in ways that maybe you never even imagined. When you launched into it, like in the past, you're like, I don't really have a lot to go on, but I just feel that this could be the thing. And then, we find that this person is a happiness because you are able to, there's a support I'm feeling between you, and if this is love, this is like a support that's existing between you and your partner or your person. Yeah, which is so fulfilling. Like I want to feel like maybe you guys, if you have not experienced this before, then that could be, the reason that it's feeling so good to you, that there's a return in the energy you put in. But also it could be that you've never experienced it in this way, where it's almost like not easy, I don't know if the easy is the word, it's smooth. You don't have to fight for anything, right? You're getting back what you put in. If this is a work situation, I feel like, I feel like many of you have found a calling or a purpose that is a higher purpose, because we have 2 6s here. That's some kind of divine calling, isn't it? You're called to your purpose, spiritual recognition of where you should be. And what I'm seeing in the future here is almost a surprising change of fate for you that you did not realize was going to happen. When you jumped into this situation in the past, you didn't know that the outcome was going to be just you finding amazing happiness, like the thing you've always wanted. It's kind of like one of those situations where you're looking for something, you're looking for a treasure for a long time, and then you just see like something glinting in the sand if you're on the beach, and you're just like, oh, that's not anything, it's probably like a penny or something, and then you dig it up and it's like a whole like gold chain or something, right? Even though you were searching for it in the sand all this time, so it's like it's the last place you would have thought to look, is what I'm feeling. But you looked, and this thing is supporting you in ways that is shocking. I think because we have that wheel of fortune, is telling me that things in the past weren't as rosy, and it's going to change in ways that are going to bring you towards this space of attracting things that you want into your life with that Queen of Clubs energy. There's that fire energy that if this is business, you're going to be so surprised at what is the thing that actually earns you your money. You're going to be so surprised at how much you enjoy this field of work. But with that Two of Hearts, Jack of Spades, you're out for the ride. You're curious. You're willing to, two jacks. You're just like, it's like beginner's mind. I'm willing to do what I need to do. I'm willing to learn is the word I want to say. I'm willing to learn, because what I have is, I see a glimpse of the happiness that I could have, and I want that. I don't want to sleep on this anymore. I don't want to be confused about this anymore. I'm gonna pull out this card and just look at the back, the quote that's there. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. We have our trucks going again. Okay, all right. So we have I saw the 9 of clubs. Okay, here it is. So there's your persistence, right? Look at that. Look at this. Look at the match here. A sun and a sun here. That 9 of clubs energy, persistent energy. You're like achieving things because you've just stuck to it. You kind of stuck to, you've known what you wanted, and you've decided this is what I'm going for. And that might be going against the way that people have done things in this particular field, or in the way you've done things in relationships, but you're deciding that this is what I want. I'm going to defend this. I'm going to stand up for what I would like. Yeah. Let's get a last advice for you. Jack of Diamonds. So beginner's mind again. Learn. Focus on what it is where you want to go. Be steady, consistent, but also be curious. Yeah. Because I think what I'm seeing is like you're out for a journey. You're out for a ride. And you better enjoy it, because this is what you wanted, right? And I do feel heavy love energy here. It seems really exciting for you guys. So this is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in another reading. Take care. Okay. Hi, group 3, which you're the dragon group. So we're continuing with the readings, and before we start, I want to say that these readings are meant as information and guidance, and they don't determine your outcomes. You do, of course, and of course, take what you need, leave what you don't, and if it resonates, it resonates. All right, so let's get going. This reading is focusing on your life path, right? Where you are now in your life path. So I would say you guys already have the dragon. Everybody knows how powerful the dragon is, and it just seems like you guys are the group that, I would say, like if I were to have a nickname, it's like the group that's going to be the jackpot winners, the group that is going to be like, I don't know, like the glow up group. Because let's look at your other cards to do with this. We have Gaia, connection to nature. We have, I am surrounded by abundance. And then we have health. So you can start to see why I think you guys are like the group that the universe is shining on at this point. Group 1, the moth group, was coming through a change and was just beginning to see the light, and Group 2, the monkey, had decided to take a certain approach to something that was difficult. But you guys are the group that you are fully about to experience things that you dreamed of, or you probably have started to see that happen already. We have the sun in Virgo, the number 6 card. So some of you could be Virgos out there. If you are, I'll just say that it's about time for Virgos, because I've been doing these readings for now a year almost. No, it's not quite a year yet on YouTube, but certainly Virgos need a break. And you've been hearing of it's coming for Virgos, but here it is. And we do have the sun in Virgo, so I'm thinking also that you could also, some of you could be Leos as well. So Leo or Virgo placements. Some of you could be life path 6. And if you're not sure how to look up life path, look up your natal chart, I think is what I want to say. I think it's called natal chart online, and you'll just type in your or you can type life path number calculator and just type in your birth date, and it will give you your life path number, and it's eye-opening what comes out. But anyway, look at this. I want to show you this one. I'm surrounded by abundance. Now, this is a full-out sunshine rainbow. This person is about to touch the gold part, the center, right? And it's like this person has started to unlock. It's like you've just touched, like the Midas touch? You've just unlocked the key to abundance. It's like you've come through this journey, or you have been climbing steadily uphill, or you have actually been there for a while, but you are unlocking things around you. It's not just monetary, it's like an abundant lifestyle. It's the things that you wanted. The dragon is all powerful, and it is very magical. It is a very magical creature that commands a lot. And the main thing with the dragon is that it is really a animal associated with fortune, abundance, right? So it's like echoed back and forth here. And for those of you, health can extend to the health of your body, your physical state, but also mental well-being, as well as the health of your relationships and the health of your finances, the health of your projects. So there's like all around kind of like just goodness happening. You see these people pouring the waters onto the crown, the top of the skull. It's just like, and then she's being fed something that is good for her health, like a rose. It's just amazing, and things are just shining. 6 is a number of I think it's a very spiritual number. It is a time of like good fortune, because you are in direct connection with the divine, the universe. It's like spiritual number, divinely guided number. So I feel like you guys have been, however and wherever you are on the journey towards this abundance, this great abundance for yourself, it's definitely something that you guys have had, maybe your crown chakra opening up, where you're feeling a kind of spiritual journey happening, or has happened for you. So you might have had a period where you come through a period of healing, a period of transformation and awakening, but you are fully in that place now where you're about to receive like the blessings, like, right, the rain is coming down now. And talking about that, we're talking about abundance of nature as well. So like Gaia is very fruitful, almost like the Empress energy in the tarot. It's like Mother Nature is smiling down and saying, okay, it's your cycle now. This cycle is going to be your upswing of cycle. If we don't see the Wheel of Fortune come out in this reading, or like the Magician, or like a King or a Queen of Pentacles, I'm gonna be surprised. But yeah, it looks so good for you guys. I just feel like I feel like some of you have already mastered. You're not surprised anymore at what you're doing. You're just kind of embodying everything, and things are just going to start unfolding in ways that you couldn't even have planned. You can't even know. All right, so let's do a kind of past, present, future reading to see where you're coming from, where you're going. All right. I'm using the Illuminated Tarot. Tell us about the past here. Tell us about the present. Tell us about the future here. Alright, tell us why that past is there. Tell us why that present is there. Tell us why that future is there. Oh my gosh, guys. We have the King of Hearts in hidden energies. So I thought this was going to go the direction of like pentacles. A lot of pentacles would come out, but with that Ace of Hearts and that King of Hearts, it does seem like you guys are about to experience a serious upsurge in your love life in a way that you're not gonna believe. And I hate to say this, but you know, there could be I know a lot of you hate when people talk about the past, but there could be someone, you know, what I found with tarot is sometimes you hear about this person from the past that's returning, and sometimes it really doesn't turn out to be the one that we're thinking of. It turns out to be somebody else, but it's definitely a person from the past, and it could be quite unexpected and actually a good surprise, because sometimes you have friends that convert into love energy, and just people that were maybe acquaintances that you didn't realize that there could have been a future with. So anyway, here we go. So in the past, what I'm seeing here is that there could have been some kind of argument between you and someone that produced a lot of doubts about the situation. Yeah, there were a lot of hidden things that you didn't quite see, and that created the tension. I'm just gonna bring my light down a little bit, my exposure. Okay, hopefully that's more visible. Yeah, okay. So yeah, and what it resulted in is someone here walked away from a situation. This could have been you guys who's watching, or it could have been the other party here. But I feel like you guys thought that, okay, this is done. Whatever this is I'm moving on. Not that it wasn't difficult, but I think you think, okay, I can't really understand what's happening, and it's triggering me in ways that I can't understand. I can't fully see what's happening here, and it's just not resulting in something productive. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to try at least to move forward. And we have that period of I think that the two, whoever was involved in this, the two went into a period of spiritual guidance when they were apart. This Five of Diamonds is talking about an isolated period where people are by themselves. They're withdrawn from whoever is providing a kind of resource, and that could be emotional resources as well, right? I do feel like that was a kind of universal strategy in a way is, you know how like sometimes if you're running a race, you might have to stop. Like you can't just bolt from the the starting line to the finishing line straight. Sometimes you have to have a strategy of like, okay, let's kind of start slow, and then like when one lap is left, we're gonna like ramp it up to like full energy. Or sometimes some of us like start fast and then slow down, and then they go fast again. So I feel like it's like this, the universe had kind of like taken both of you apart for whatever reason, and that was some kind of strategy as a way to kind of get this thing going again. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like this had to be slowed down. Both had to kind of experience something and then be taken apart, so that there could be a kind of period of guidance happening on both sides, and then that was going to facilitate things ramping up again, the engine turning, the wheels turning to move you forward. So coming out of this period in the present is what's happening. I'm seeing that this engine is like starting to turn. I feel that people have now healed. Some things have transformed within both, and now there is a period of, I think, greater self-worth within both people, self-love, so that we're able to look at the other and see that this phrase about seeing the divine or the divinity within the other. So we're not always looking to blame or to allow our wounds to cause us to see the hurt in the situation. I feel like there's a whole lot of growth in a situation, and there's about to be a new start again. There's about to be a new start. If we're not talking about someone you're dealing with, or this is not two, it does seem like things separated, but there could be a point of new love. This could be the old person or a new person again, but whoever this is someone that has a great deal of affection. This doesn't seem new. It doesn't seem like a sudden thing, at least. It could potentially be someone you've known from the past. So like a new old person, a kind of person you know from the past but you've never dated, or that same person from the past who is coming back but transformed. This person has gotten in touch with their feelings, and the feeling that they're recognizing is that there is a lot of affection and love, and I do want to work on things. You could know this person from your workplace. Yeah, I think this person is being called. I think both of you really are being called to work things out, because it's like a chance to start something new that ended. And that's what makes me feel like, okay, this is could really be that person from the past here, that things just couldn't work out. Maybe people had too many anxieties, fears, doubts, worries of their own to have this thing work out. Look at that devil energy. So some things have been cleared up. People want to clear up. Maybe the other person or you, maybe both of you want to kind of break free from any kind of patterns that you've fallen prey to. And look at that, a kind of passionate conversation needing to happen here. Yeah, this is two people moving from this energy where we can't see eye to eye. Actually, we can't even agree on anything. And now we need to resolve things to move into this Empress energy, this Empress space. Yeah, that is quite magical indeed, I would say. Someone who has a lot of emotion has their eye on speaking to someone. You guys might want to watch group 1 as well, which is the MOTH group, because there was something here, a fire sign. Here in this reading, I see a lot of water energy. So you could be, or the person this is relevant to could be a earth or water sign with the Taurus here, and with the moon and Death and the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. There's a lot of Scorpio and Cancer, Piscean energy here. Yeah, I want to get some advice here for you guys. But first, let's where's your okay, here it is. This is your affirmation card. So wealth is the ability to fully experience life. So, you know, we have a kind of adjustment to your story here. I feel like whoever this is related to, whoever story this is, maybe you are changing the way you are seeing what life has to offer you. You're unlocking actually what is the mystery of abundance, which is, it's not all in the money that comes into your bank account, right? It's often the people we have around us. It's often the quality of the connections around us, the fulfillment that we receive in life. One source cannot give us all the connections and the fulfillment in life. So even if you earned $1 million a year, and you didn't have a quality of relationships and connections, you would still feel quite deprived. So I feel like you're learning that, and because of that, both of you, I'm feeling like this is why this is able to start again. Ace of Cups. So this, I feel, is for the groups of you where I feel like everybody's been through some kind of healing process. A natural cycle has kind of taken place, and people are feeling a lot more grounded in themselves, a lot more abundant. Empress energy coming out twice. A lot of self-worth and value has gone up. People have glowed up. People are working out. People are connecting to nature, eating better, and that's unlocking a kind of magical ability or capacity within us. The health of things is improving around us generally. I feel like there's a kind of rising to a status as well with all of that. Gaia, Empress, Health, the Sun in Virgo as well. Yeah, so there's like a kind of receiving and experiencing of abundance. Let's get some advice here. The advice is, remember I said if the Queen of Diamonds, the King of Diamonds, or something didn't come out, I was gonna be surprised. Here we have the Queen of Diamonds in hidden energies. So yes, we are feeling abundant, we're feeling connected to nature, but you're gonna start seeing how that level up and in almost an internal change is going to affect everything now. Because where we're headed for the 10 of Diamonds, full happiness, but not just happiness, long-term stability, long money, long wealth, long generational happiness, togetherness, support. That's what's happening. So your advice is keep your eyes on that. I think about the long term now. Think about who you want to settle down with, and if there are people, sometimes, you know, I look back at this energy. Sometimes we lock heads because we don't have our eye on what we actually want with this person. Do I see this person as being a big part of my life? And if so, can we resolve things in a way that is not egoic, where we don't try to we don't allow the triggers, the wounds to take over, but we focus on what actually is good for the connection that we want to foster. Alright guys, so this is your reading, and if you enjoyed this, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you back here for another reading. Do let me know if this resonated, okay? All the best. Take care.